Let me ask you something. What would happen if you stopped waiting for someone to change your life? What if you stopped waiting for the perfect opportunity? What if you stopped saying one day I'll have money. One day I'll become successful. One day I'll start that business. One day I'll become the person I know I can become. But here's the truth. One day is not a date on the calendar. If you keep waiting, you can spend years watching your life pass by. So today, I want you to think differently. Your future is being created by what you do repeatedly, especially when nobody is watching. And the truth is simple. Nobody is coming to save you. But that isn't bad news. That's freedom. Because when you stop waiting for someone else to save you, you finally understand that you have to start building your own future. Start with what you have. Start where you are and take the next step. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. One of the biggest reasons people never move forward is because they're waiting for the perfect moment. They say, when I have more money, I'll start. When I have better equipment, I'll start. When I have more time, I'll learn. But life may never become perfect. There will always be another problem, another responsibility, another reason to wait. If perfection becomes a requirement for action, you may never act. Maybe you don't have the money you want right now. Maybe you don't have the connections. Maybe you don't have the knowledge. That's okay. Start anyway. Use what you have. Learn what you don't know. Improve one thing at a time. Think about someone starting a YouTube channel with nothing. No expensive camera, no studio, no audience. Their first video might get almost no views, but that first video teaches them how to make the second one better. The second teaches them how to improve the third. That's how growth works. You don't become ready and then start. You start and eventually you become ready. So stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for someone to tell you that you're capable. Start. Take complete responsibility for your life. If you want to build a better life, you have to take responsibility for your decisions. That doesn't mean everything that happened to you was your fault. Life can be unfair. People can disappoint you. Circumstances can make things harder. But here's where your power begins. You can choose what you do next. You can spend years asking, why is this happening to me? Or you can ask, what can I do about it? That question changes everything. Complaining focuses on the problem. Responsibility focuses on the next move. Take responsibility for your time, your habits, your education, your skills, your decisions, and your future. You may not control everything that happens to you, but you can control how you respond. And the moment you stop waiting for someone else to fix everything, you become more powerful. Not because life becomes easy, but because you finally realize, I have something I can control. Build skills that can change your future. If you're starting from zero, don't underestimate the power of learning a valuable skill. Maybe you don't have a lot of money right now. Maybe you don't have a business. Maybe you don't have a large audience, but you can learn. And learning gives you options. Skills like communication, writing, editing, sales, design, programming, marketing, and content creation can open new doors. But don't just collect information. Learn, practice, apply. Watching hundreds of videos about editing won't make you an editor if you never practice. Reading about business won't make you successful if you never apply what you learn. Knowledge becomes powerful when you turn it into action. So ask yourself, what skill can I seriously develop over the next 6 months? Don't choose 10 things. Choose one. Practice it. Make mistakes. Learn from them. Get better. And remember, you don't have to become great overnight. Every hour you spend becoming more capable is an investment in your future. So instead of only asking, how can I make more money? Start asking, how can I become more valuable? That question can change your direction. Learn to control your time. There's something you can never get back. Time. You can lose money and potentially earn it again. You can lose an opportunity and find another one. But yesterday will never come back. That's why you need to become serious about how you spend your time. Look at your average day. How much time are you spending on your goals? How much time are you spending learning? How much time are you creating? And how much time disappears into things that don't move your life forward? Your phone can be a tool or a distraction. The internet can educate you or consume you. Social media can help you build something or keep you distracted. The choice is yours, Imagine taking just 1 hour every day and investing it into a skill. 1 hour may not seem like much, but repeated for months and years, those hours become hundreds of hours. That's the power of consistency. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You need to stop wasting the small pieces of time that could be helping you build it. Protect your time. Protect your attention. Because where your attention goes, your life tends to follow. Stop trying to impress people. Here's a lesson that can save you years of unnecessary pressure. Stop trying to impress people. Too many people spend money they don't have just to look successful. They compare their lives to people online. They buy things because they want people to notice them. But remember, you see the car. You don't see the payments. You see the vacation. You don't see the financial decisions behind it. You see the lifestyle. You don't see the entire story. So don't build your life around appearances. Build it around reality. If you're starting from zero, there's nothing wrong with living simply while you build. You don't need to look rich. You need to become responsible, capable, and disciplined. Don't spend your future trying to convince strangers that you're successful today. Build quietly. Learn quietly. Improve yourself. Create something. And let your results speak later. Because remember, looking successful and becoming successful are two completely different things. Discipline will take you further than motivation. Motivation feels amazing. You watch a powerful video, feel energized, and tell yourself, this is it. I'm changing my life. But then the next morning comes. You're tired. You don't feel inspired anymore. That's why you can't build your future on motivation alone. You need discipline. Discipline means doing what you said you were going to do, even when you don't feel like doing it. If you said you're going to study, study. If you said you're going to practice, practice. If you said you're going to create, create. Not because it's always easy, but because you made a commitment to yourself. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you build trust in yourself. And that's where real confidence comes from. Confidence isn't always something you wait to feel. Sometimes confidence comes from repeatedly proving to yourself that you can follow through. So don't chase motivation every day. Build discipline. Create a routine that still works when motivation disappears. Don't quit just because results are slow. One of the biggest reasons people never reach their goals is simple. They quit too early. They start something. They don't see results immediately. Then they decide it isn't working. But sometimes the problem isn't the direction. Sometimes they simply haven't given themselves enough time. Think about planting a seed. You don't plant it today and expect a tree tomorrow. You water it. You take care of it. You give it time. Growth works the same way. Your skills need time. Your business needs time. Your education needs time. Your content needs time. Your personal growth needs time. Your first attempt might not be impressive. Your first video might get very few views. Your first business idea might fail. Your first attempt at learning a skill might feel difficult. That doesn't mean you're incapable. It means you're learning. Don't ask, am I good yet? Ask, am I better than I was yesterday? If the answer is yes, keep going. Small progress is still progress. Choose your environment carefully. Your environment can influence your habits, your mindset, and even what you believe is possible. If everyone around you constantly says, that's impossible, you may eventually stop trying. If everyone around you makes fun of ambition, you may become afraid to dream. But if you surround yourself with people who value growth, discipline, and learning, you may start becoming more like them. This doesn't mean you have to hate people who think differently. It means you need to protect your direction. Find people who inspire you to improve. Listen to people who challenge your thinking. Learn from people who have knowledge you don't have. And remember, your environment isn't only the people around you. It's also what you watch, what you listen to, what you read, and what you repeatedly tell yourself. So be careful about what you allow into your mind, because what you consume every day can eventually influence who you become. Protect your mind, protect your goals, and choose your environment wisely. Learn to think long term. One of the greatest advantages you can develop is the ability to think beyond today. Most people want immediate results, immediate money, immediate success, immediate recognition, but meaningful progress takes time. Think about where you want to be 3 years from now. What skills would you need? What habits would you need? What would you need to stop doing? And what would you need to start doing? Then work backward. Don't obsess over becoming successful tomorrow. Focus on becoming stronger, smarter, more disciplined, and more capable every year. One book may not change your life. One day of studying may not change your future. One video may not change your channel. But hundreds of days of consistent effort can create a completely different person. That's why patience matters. Don't judge a long-term goal by short-term results. Keep building. Become the person your future requires. Your biggest goal shouldn't only be to get more money. Your goal should be to become capable of handling the life you want. If you want more responsibility, become more responsible. If you want more opportunities, become more skilled. If you want more freedom, become more disciplined. If you want more money, learn how to create value. If you want to lead, learn how to communicate and help others. Don't just ask for a different life. Ask yourself, who do I need to become to create that life? Then start becoming that person now. You don't have to wait until you're successful to start learning. You don't have to wait until people believe in you. Build the habits, build the skills, build your character. Then give the results time to catch up. Because when you become stronger internally, you become more prepared for the opportunities that come your way. Final message. This is your moment. So let me leave you with this. You may not be where you want to be right now. That's okay. You may not have the money you want. That's okay. You may not have the audience you want. That's okay. You may not have everything figured out. That's okay. Don't let your current situation convince you that your future is already decided. It isn't. You still have time to learn. You still have time to grow. You still have time to build. So stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 20. Stop quitting because progress is slow. Learn, practice, build, improve, repeat. And when you make mistakes, learn from them and keep moving. Because your life doesn't change just because you watched one motivational video. Your life changes when the message becomes a habit. So don't just listen to this. Use it. Take one idea from this video and apply it today. Learn one thing. Improve one thing. Finish one task you've been avoiding. Take one step toward the future you want. Then tomorrow, take another, and another, and another. Eventually, you'll look back and realize that the person you wanted to become wasn't created in one giant moment. They were created through thousands of small decisions. So make better decisions today. Protect your time. Build your skills. Stay disciplined. Think long term. Take responsibility. And most importantly, don't stop building. Your future isn't asking you to be perfect. It's asking you to begin. So begin and keep. If this message gave you something to think about, subscribe to the channel. We're going to keep learning about money, discipline, mindset, personal growth, and building a better future. And remember, you don't need to have everything today. You just need to refuse to stay the same. I'll see you in the next video.